how did you meet, by the way? Well, we know how you met, but like some sort of a brief.
Or our listeners.
Maybe anyone there in the audience and in the viewers, like from the Philippines, sa mga nurses po dyan na gustong pumunta ng abroad.
Yeah,
At
ito
na ang sagot.
Ito na yung sagot. Ito ang kasagutan.
maghanap ng apam.
Ito ang kasagutan ng mga nurses dyan. Pag nasa ibang bansa na kayo, maaari kayong makahanap ng inyong
Well, they don't need
Forever.
ang inyong
they don't need to go to Ireland.
Yeah,
even if
anywhere.
they're in the Philippines.
Yeah. But that's one of the things about like as a nurse, like it's easier for someone, or if you're a nurse, it's easier for you
To
to go
travel.
abroad, to travel. If you're a Filipino, well, obviously, non-Filipinos as well. If you're a nurse, it's easier to travel as well and to get jobs, good jobs in like Canada, Australia, like even the Irish nurses, they go there. But anyway, going back there, guys, to how you met.
So I remember like when I went home to the Philippines. That was my first homecoming
Okay.
in May 2019. So anyway, I came back to Ireland around June. And to make it short, like I was recovering from a really bad heartbreak. And then my housemate before told me like, why don't you try dating again? Like, and I was so preoccupied by that time. But then he kind of like set us up. Oh, I was working like with the guy, or I'm working that time. I'm working with the guy in this restaurant, and I think he's single. And then he showed me the picture and that, and then I wasn't really expecting that he will kind of set a date for us, that he'd speak to him. Because I wasn't, as I said, I was preoccupied. I wasn't really that interested.
Yeah.
So
but then, to cut you a little bit there, but matagalog ko lang, nung nasa Pilipinas ka ba, were you thinking, if I'm gonna go abroad, makahanap ako ng somebody there na hindi Filipino, or meron ka bang iniisip na ganong
Did it
concept?
ever cross your mind?
Did it ever cross your mind?
No, because like that
You
time,
were in a relationship.
I was in a relationship.
But then, were you kind of not thinking, maybe sa,
But like,
kasi
even
nag-abroad ka,
even before that, like, kasi like, we broke up, and then I also like tried dating, like yung dating app ganyan. Like my parents were so against it kasi obviously like Filipinos, like especially they're old fashioned. My parents are traditional, but I think they're just worried about my safety.
Yes, of course.
So ako naman nag-explore lang, like I just want to meet people, like who knows, there might be at least someone like maging kaklik ko ganyan.
Okay, yeah.
So it never crossed your mind talaga na parang wala sa isip mo yun na pwede kaya makapag-asawa kaya ako ng puti o Pilipino lang, or it never crossed talaga.
It crossed my mind, pero kasi like ate, you know that like yung may
You're in a relationship.
Hindi, that time like parang nag-break kami, tapos kabalikan, tapos ayun, nag-break
But
ulit.
even before him,
Wala kang naisip na, pag nag-abroad ako,
top
may
grade the
possibility.
race.
Hindi ko talaga siya naisip kasi like it felt like I was so naive. And then my mom kept telling me na, "Hi, when you go abroad for sure you will find someone." And that time like I took it like negatively, like
really?
why are you like that? Like
Okay.
I was in a relationship. Like, but that's the reality of life. You will meet someone else. I was like keep brushing her off now. Like she was like eventually like she was happy. Oh, you see, like I told you, I told you so.
Let's just say maybe you were very idealistic na parang.
Maybe,
Okay.
Kasi like my thought was like if I have a kasi yung first relationship, like that's my like first boyfriend, so I want that to be my first and last. So parang talagang like a Korean novel, like a telenovela, very yun nga, idealistic. Na I didn't really open myself, or I wasn't really open-minded na I might like be in a relationship with or I might end up with a Caucasian or like a different nationality other than Filipino.
Okay. But then it all changed when you saw,
and then you
when you met
Davor.
Davor.
Yes. And you Davor, did it did it ever cross your mind that you will meet someone
Somebody like
somebody
an
different,
Asian or
different culture, different
No.
race?
Not
You're-
really.
Not really. In your mind, not like you're just if you meet somebody maybe like your own yeah.
Yeah, I thought because English. That's the
Yeah.
first thing. I couldn't imagine speaking English every day and.
Yes. Oh. It's so
And
tiring,
now,
is it?
and
But
now,
now it's spontaneous, yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you see, like
Yeah.
just to before I met her,
Yeah.
just a couple of months before, so I was so crazy in football and that kind of
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah.
So I bought a ticket to go back to Croatia, and it was like that time expensive one because it was so short
Yeah.
notice.
Yes.
I managed to get like kind of off for a week,
Mm-hmm.
but I wanted to stay 2 weeks in Croatia just because of football.
Yes.
With my
yeah.
friends, to see them.
To see them.
Yeah, to see them again. And I bought a ticket. It was a bus in 2:00 in the morning, and
Your mom.
my mom then had a fight with me. My dad as well.
They were upset with
They
him.
were upset.
Why
They
you're
said,
not
if you
coming
go home, don't come back here anymore. So
Okay.
they didn't mean anything bad. They just wanted to protect me.
Yes, of
like
course,
to,
yeah.
To stay here.
They want the best for you.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And then I was waiting. I remember in my bed.
Mm-hmm.
You think?
We just got a new house that time, like to rent it, for 3 months. It's
Yeah.
a student house. So I sat there. My father was working, so he wasn't home. So I was alone at home with my baggages. Everything was ready.
Yeah.
Waiting. It was like 12 o'clock,
Yeah.
12:30, 1 o'clock. I'm still, sitting and thinking about it.
Mm-mm.
And then when it was already like 1:30, at 2 o'clock is the bus. So I had to walk like 15 minutes at least, down the road. And I just, decided to stay.
oh, so you were supposed to go.
Okay.
I
You
was
really
supposed
wanted to go.
But if I go,
Yeah.
I would not
Come
come
back.
back probably,
Yes.
or at that job, or not to come back at all. And then another time after that, so I wasted basically, money on that. After that, I needed to go again.
So what on that moment that you decided not to go? What went to what?
What was in your head?
What was in your head?
mind?
What were you
yeah, what
thinking?
were you thinking? Like,
What made you stay?
yeah.
I believe my mom and dad, because,
That's it, because
they
they
were
said
so
that.
mad.
Oh, you're a
you know.
good boy.
So then I was
Good
just
boy.
waiting and
Good boy.
thinking,
Yeah. But I think it's the destiny. Imagine you went back home, and then your mom, go back.
No, he was supposed to
He
go.
was supposed to go. So
He didn't go.
sorry, yeah, you didn't go.
But his
like,
mother,
yeah,
like
Yeah.
me.
yeah. And when
Mommy.
that's what I'm saying. Like the destiny. Imagine if you went, then
Yeah.
there was a
Include-
chance that
we
probably
wouldn't have the chance to
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's what I wanted to say, before I start, my
Yes,
side of
yeah.
the story. So I just wanted to actually how that happened so spontaneously because
Yes, yeah.
once I almost went home and then I actually stayed. Then second time again around Christmas, so 5 months or
So there were a
6
lot of
months before I met
attempts.
her.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Yeah, it was so many times that I almost went and then I actually stayed.
Yes.
Then in the job as well, a couple of times it was like
Those are
crazy busy and all that kind of stuff, and I wanted to leave the job. If I left the job, most likely I wouldn't.
all these challenges,
her.
isn't
Yeah.
it? All the
Yeah.
challenges,
Yeah.
that you face.
So so many times it just happened that I stayed and stayed again and stayed again
You're a fighter.
for some reason.
But would you reckon, guys, that